Welcome back, dollies.
Welcome back. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Oh my
How's
God.
your weekend?
I
Anything
feel
exciting to talk about?
I feel like it's been good, not super notable. Just trying to I didn't really want to go through baby clothes yet,
Yeah.
but silly me packaged 0 to 12 months. So here's my advice. If you're thinking about having another child, don't package 0 to 12 months together. That's silly. Also the cloth diapers, the carriers, pretty much everything you freaking need.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I was sending my poor husband into the attic. And I'm like, the cloth diapers are in a gray bag. Because that's how we always stored them when we were at the apartment.
Yeah.
And they were not. They were in the vacuum seal bag with 0 to 12 months. And I like got up there with him, like on the ladder. And I'm like, and he's like, they're not here. And I'm like, oh my God, that's going to like drive me crazy. Like we had them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, don't hate me. They're in that bag. I see the print.
My bad.
My bad. Um, so I was like, ugh, and they were at the very bottom. I
Oh my gosh,
was
of
like, nope,
course.
gotta take everything out and deal with that. So I've got 0 to 6 months sorted so far, not counting girl clothes. I have a ton of girl clothes from hand me downs and just free stuff that people have given me. So I need to sort those by age, I think. And then if we have a girl, I'll just stuff them in with the rest of them. But if not, I'm going to put them in with the bigger bin.
Yeah, might as well.
So just a lot of that stuff. Back into baking sourdough. I'm so
Yay.
excited because you actually bought me the tools I needed so I can actually do pretty scoring.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that makes such a difference.
Such a difference. And I don't think I'm ready to do inclusion loaves yet. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how much. Like I like having my discard because if I need to make more than one loaf, I can pull that out and feed it and
Mhm.
make more loaves. So I'm just trying to figure that out, how many we actually need.
Yeah.
And my husband's leaving on like a business trip, and I'm sending him a loaf of sourdough with him. So
Yeah,
okay.
that'll be good. Yeah. I know I need to get back into mine. It's just been so busy and I just feel like these weekends I haven't really been home. So I need to like plan to be able to do it on a weekend that I know I'm gonna like be here to be able to prepare it and stuff. So
And
slowly
just
but
a lot
surely,
of work. Like it's not actually a lot of work, but it's time consuming as far as like timeline.
yeah, it's so
So
time consuming, just like the prep of it. So I'm hoping sooner than later to get back into it. I just gotta like mentally prepare.
Mildred needs you.
Oh, for real. I hope she's still alive because she's been in the
Hopefully
back of my
Mildred's not
fridge.
molding.
She's been in the back of my fridge and I have not looked at her because I just don't want to. Because if it's bad news, I can't take it right now.
Have Jamelia and tell him not to tell you. I'm gonna
I'm
text
like,
him and be
she's
like,
back
"You
there
look at
and
the
I can
starter,
see, yeah, I can see her, but I can't
like
see like her.
black water on top.
Oh my
Black.
God. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll take a peek this weekend.
I feed whenever it's in the fridge. I feed it like once a month, and it would still have like black water on top. I'd have pea feed it like the past few times.
Yeah, I have not fed her in a while. Some people say they don't feed it for like 6 months though. So
I think it will be fine. I just prefer just in case, and I don't like the black water on top. It like freaks me out. I'm like,
yeah, no,
no.
that's gonna freak me out. So I'll take a picture of her once I get the courage to look, and I'll show you what she's looking like. Pray for her. I hope she's doing well.
Mildred,
She's back
hang in
there.
there, hang in there, sis.
Yeah. So we'll see. Nothing honestly happened for me this week that I can remember. So the only thing is that I officially signed up for ClassPass. Shout out ClassPass. If you want to
We're
sponsor me.
interested. We're looking for
Um, and I officially signed up for it you get like a 2-week free trial. Um,
And it's
and
an
it's an app, it's a website and an app, and they just have like a bunch of different types of fitness classes on there, a bunch of like everything really. So you get like a certain amount of credits based on how much you pay every month. So the first 2 weeks they give you like a certain amount of credits, but then I don't know, I feel like they gave me a lot. So I did a Pilates class this morning and I just like forget how intense Pilates classes are. Like those classes are no joke. And I've seen videos of girls taking like their NFL player husbands to do Pilates class, and the girls are like doing their things, and the guys are like shaking, like the muscles are shaking trying to do it because it's just a different type of workout. So I want Jamil to do it. And I think I could get him to do it. He's not opposed to it. It's just like getting him there, you know? So we'll see. But yeah, I feel good. I'm trying to get back into the routine because summer's coming quick.
summer's coming in hot. So is this
Yeah.
baby. I cannot
Yeah.
believe I'm almost halfway. I'm 18 weeks.
I know. That's crazy.
It seems crazy. My leg has that's new this week, I guess. Was it this week or last week? I don't remember when this happened, but it happened when I was pregnant with Arkham. And I just like didn't think it would happen again, but obviously my leg, it feels like not like when your leg falls asleep, but it's just
Yeah.
my thigh. And it
Weird.
just feels like that foreign skin. Like it doesn't feel like your skin and I hate it.
That is so weird.
So
I hate the numb feeling. I hate that feeling.
it's like I'm trying to like not just like don't even touch it, leave it alone. I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the midwife about it, but like I said, it happened with Arkham's, and the chiropractor last time was pretty much like probably on a nerve. So
Oh,
baby's born,
yeah.
it'll just go away,
And she's
and it
gonna
did.
do. Yeah, seriously.
So, but
Um,
the other leg is kind of having like shooting tingling too. So I'm like, no, not both, please. And I'm smaller this time.
yeah, weird.
So that's been interesting. Just a lot of growing pains and pressure this week. So I've been productive. Like I hardly feel pregnant for the most part.
Yeah.
But I'm not as out of breath lately. Also, this today, in fact, I have been like, I just peed and then I'm like, watch out. I need to go to the bathroom or I'm not going to make it. Look out, Home Depot. I'm running. So
That is crazy.
that's exciting because now I have to kind of make sure I'm planning shopping trips to like
Right.
make it
Based
fast.
on, yeah. Crazy. One of our stories for today talks about a pregnancy symptom. So maybe we should jump into that one first because I
I'm
was gonna
ready.
ask you about your pregnancy symptoms. Um, let's see. Where are my notes? Oh yes. Okay, the first, well, it wasn't gonna be the first story, but now we're gonna do it as the first story just because it's rolling along with it. Vanessa Hudgens is selling all of her shoes after surprising change during pregnancy. Vanessa Hudgens, who welcomed a baby with husband Cole Tucker in July of last year, 2024, is selling her shoes that no longer fit due to pregnancy to her fans. Um, it says she noticed one major change to her body. Her feet have grown an entire size. That's crazy. She said,
I know somebody this has happened to. I don't know if it happened to me.
yeah, I feel like maybe like half a size, but a full size, that's kind of crazy. She says, I feel like most of you know when you're pregnant, your feet swell up. But what I didn't know is that sometimes your feet stay swelled up and your foot grows an entire size. She continued, that's what's happened to me. As a result, the Sneaker Night singer explained she has to replace her entire shoe closet. As for what's happening to the shoes she has to say goodbye to, well, the 36-year-old revealed, I thought it could be kind of fun to share it with you guys before explaining that she had partnered with a platform called Placed to sell her shoes to fans through a virtual closet, both directly and auction style, starting March 21st. Some of my all-time favorite pairs will be available in a 48-hour auction, she said. So excited
Like
to see
yesterday.
up with my shoes. Um, and while they have kept their little one out of the public eye since their arrival last summer, the actress has still given fans a glimpse into her life as a new mom. She shared a photo on her Instagram last August wearing a necklace that says Mama with the caption, Still here, just evolved. So she hasn't given us any insight to her baby, but yeah, I thought that that was interesting. I wanted to see if you've experienced foot growth.
So my foot and ankles swelled up. I had like beluga whale feet. Uh, but I they obviously went down after, and I feel like if they stayed swollen up and grew a size, then no, that did not happen to
Yeah, crazy. I can't imagine like all of a sudden you go to put on your shoes and none of them fit. That is wild.
me.
And I
That
looked
just
it up.
happened to somebody that I know, and she's like,
Yeah.
it sucks. Like I can't fit into anything, and
Yeah, I looked it up because I'm like, does this really happen? Or and sure enough.
I've heard of girls whose nose grows.
Okay, the pregnancy nose. I've heard of that too. And
I mean, knock
but it
on
yeah, like it grows during pregnancy, probably like swells up. I don't know. That's just like the craziest thing. Um,
me.
and I think it goes back normal. I don't know. Maybe some don't.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
some.
The crazy like pregnancy symptoms, they just like get crazier and crazier, like the more you
Is
learn
there
about.
any symptom that you're like excited about?
No.
I literally found a video because I've been trying to go through my Google photos because I have my husband, if you give him a phone to take a picture, he takes 10 million, and I never deleted them and like picked a good one.
Yeah.
So my Google Cloud is so full and I need to clear it out. So little by little, when I have time, I like just like um Arkham's asleep and I'm awake and I don't can't get up. I go through them, and I found a video that I took that I was posting for YouTube, and I don't think I ever did, but it's literally me sitting by the toilet at the apartment when I was like 9.5 weeks pregnant with Arkham, crying about like the same shiznit that I'm experiencing. Not now, but
Yeah.
like I'm like, this is so hard, and I'm like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and I start and I'm like, it's so hard. I can't eat anything. I was like, P is like upset with me because I'm not eating healthy like I normally do. I don't want anything from home. I've been living off protein bars and I threw up so many of them. I hate protein bars. And I was like, oh, so it's the same. It's the same me. Sitting by a
Uh,
toilet crying.
yeah. That is so crazy. No, honestly, the pregnancy symptom things is just like it's wild. So it just seems so intense. I just like can't even imagine. Even though like one of the girls that works upstairs in my building, she's pregnant and she says it's been like such a breeze. I'm like, she's just like, yeah, I'm just like chilling. I'm like, she's like, the most intense was like, she's like, I did have a little bit of morning nausea, but it wasn't that bad. And she's like, I was just like really tired all the time in the first trimester. And she's like, but other than that, it's been pretty cool. I'm like, oh,
Couldn't be
interesting.
me.
Yeah, interesting.
But it's funny because I feel like I almost hear that. Like some people are like knocked down, drag out, exhausted, like can't get out of bed. And then
Yeah,
other people are just like sick, can't get out of bed.
yeah,
So that's kind of interesting. I feel like I don't usually hear both.
yeah. She was like, I could like fall asleep anywhere. She's like, I was just like always so tired in the first trimester. Which I've heard like the people are like, I'm just so tired. Like there's no reason for me to be so tired. But I guess because your body's just like working
Exactly.
overtime.
I feel like I'm more tired in my second trimester than I was my first.
Yeah.
But last night I didn't go to bed till like three something, and I got up at seven. Um, and I actually like I'm tired, but I'm like normal, like as tired as I would be as a mom. Like
Yeah.
so that's kind of interesting because I thought like, oh, I'm gonna be in trouble, like
Yeah.
exhausted, sick. But
Yeah. Um, I know, I don't know. It's just so crazy. The differences, like everybody's experience with pregnancy is so different, I feel like. Some are the same, But it's just crazy. Like it's just so unpredictable, I think.
Speaking of pregnancy, you have somebody that you know that's pregnant. Did they share what they're having?
No, not yet. They were supposed to get the gender results, but the app was down or something, or their
Um,
weren't loading. So
they did the
TBD
MIT.
to be determined. Okay, the second one is about our good friends Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Um, so I haven't really heard much about them lately. Everything's kind of just been like at bay, I feel like nothing new. But recently, Ryan Reynolds' team slams Predator Justin Baldoni in scathing lawsuit response. Ryan Reynolds has filed a motion to be dismissed from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against himself and wife Blake Lively, as well as their publicist, calling it frivolous through a spokesperson. I thought that was interesting because, like, first of all, you got yourself involved. What'd you say?
Like, I feel like he kind of created the drama.
I know. I'm like, you involved yourself. This didn't have anything to do with you in the beginning. Then you involved yourself. Now you want to be dismissed. It's so weird. So it says Ryan Reynolds would like to be excluded from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. On March 18th, the Deadpool actor who shares 4 kids with wife Blake Lively filed a motion with a New York court asking to be dismissed from the $400 million civil extortion and defamation complaint the It Ends With Us director and co-star had submitted in response to the actress's sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against him. So this was Justin's lawsuit against them for filing that lawsuit, pretty much, which Ryan Reynolds involved himself in. So obviously he's going to put it against you too. In the filing obtained by E! News, Ryan Reynolds' legal team denied Baldoni's defamation allegations against him, including accusations that the Marvel star allegedly made defamatory comments about the Jane the Virgin alum being a predator to a Hollywood agent. The entirety of plaintiff's defamation claim appears to be based on 2 times that Mr. Reynolds allegedly called Mr. Baldoni a predator, the filing read, but the FAC alleges no plausible facts that suggest Mr. Reynolds did not believe this comment to be true. Instead, the relevant FAC allegations suggest that Mr. Reynolds genuinely, perhaps passionately, believes that Mr. Baldoni's behavior is reflective of a predator. A little intense. It's a little dramatic.
Reflective.
Um, Additionally, Reynolds' legal team, which includes his attorneys, described the allegations Baldoni made in his January lawsuit seeking $400 million as nothing more than a desperate effort to advance the same curated bully image that the Wayfarer parties created and disseminated in the retaliation campaign they launched against Miss Lively in August of 2024. Kind of crazy that this is still going on. I mean, I get it that like lawsuits and stuff take a really long time to like, but it's just crazy because I feel like with these things, it's like one person files a lawsuit and then they file a lawsuit against that lawsuit. And then this person files a lawsuit against that lawsuit that's against their lawsuit. And it just like is a never ending cycle.
And a
Uh,
lot of money. It's not cheap to get a lawyer and file all that. Like,
exactly. And at the end of the day, I feel like all of this is just going to get dropped. Like
yeah.
they're just going to get over and they're just drop it. Like we're getting nowhere. Just drop it. I don't know. So, still not getting anywhere.
I feel
Um,
like nobody wins. Like, this is just a waste of time. If I was the lawyer, I'd be like, this is a waste of my time.
for real. No, it's just like it should have been dropped after she tried, and there pretty much just like was stuff coming out that was showing.
Her as the bad person.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But who knows? Um, but Blake Lively is this Blake Lively saying that? It says they pretty much said on Blake Lively's side that this is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of sexual harassment and retaliation, and the abuser attempts to turn the tables on the victim. That's what her lawyers are saying.
Evidence.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe we don't have the full
And that
story.
definitely does happen.
If there was hardcore evidence, then this wouldn't be like
And I feel he was on Jane the Virgin way longer than he was on this movie. So why wouldn't there be,
others.
yeah, like I feel like there should be, like usually when someone is a SA person, like one person comes out and then a bunch of other like, yeah, by the way, when I
Right.
filmed this, and then somebody else is like, yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It just feels like everything was kind of taken out of context a lot, you know? Like to him, it was like this, to her, it was like that, but it's
this seems like just like wanting to win. Like this is pitiful. Like, you're
just
just
like,
like,
yeah, wanting one of them to be down.
yeah, it's a waste of everyone's energy.
I know. I'm curious when it'll end, so I'll see if there's any more updates.
Keep you up.
Third story, Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, addresses Kanye West's comments about her kids. I thought this was interesting because I feel like nobody really stands up to Kanye West and he's just like mental and like off the rocker. But like lately, I feel like he's been, doing some things that aren't great involving like his daughter, Northwest, and then like now making comments
I don't
about,
know because I don't follow any of that.
yeah, he like, I don't know, he like included Northwest's name in a song, but I don't know. It might say it in here if the song was produced or made with P. Diddy. Or if it talks about, I don't know, there was something associated with P. Diddy and Kim Kardashian was like, no, like, and there was like text going around, like screenshotted text of him and her, like going back and forth, and her being like, because Kim was saying that when she was born, Kim like bought her North's name so that nobody could like use it however they wanted to or like in songs or like do stuff like that. So she I guess like spoke to Kanye and was like, "Can I buy her name for like safety and like privacy reasons?" I guess they said, "Yeah." So Kim was like, "I own her name, like take it out of the song." He's delusional to be doing that in the first place. That's crazy. I feel so bad for his kids.
And I mean, I feel like any clip I've seen of her, she's a lot like him. So that's also concerning.
Yeah, I feel like she's very much like creative and artsy. She's very outgoing. Um, she definitely has that like,
Spacey.
huh?
Like they're spacey.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's very interesting, but I don't know. So it pretty much says Matthew Knowles, who is dad to Beyonce and Solange, reacted to Kanye West's offensive comments about his grandkids, Rumi and Sir, 2 days after his ex-wife, Tina Knowles, addressed the post. Um, 3 days after the Heartless rapper referred to her and Jay-Z's 7-year-old twins, Ruby and Sir, using offensive epithets, the Texas Hold'em singer's dad, Matthew Knowles, shared his thoughts on Kanye's comments. People pay a price for being stupid, the patriarch told TMZ in an interview published on March 21st, especially in the music industry. Matthew, who also shares daughter Solange, 38, with ex-wife Tina Knowles, shared his sentiments on the Gold Digger musician's emotional well-being as well. I'm hopeful Kanye gets the type of help he needs, he continued in terms of mental health. While Matthew's comments were directly focused on Kanye, other members of the Knowles family have responded in more subtle ways. Earlier in the week, Beyonce's mom shared a video of herself telling a veiled, corny joke amid the controversy. She said, What happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. I don't really get that because, like, I get it, but, like, what does that have to do with Kanye West?
Yeah. I feel like maybe that's taken out of context and she isn't even talking about that.
What happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? I don't know. It flew over my head a little bit. Um,
I think people are grasping.
yeah. Um, But then it says Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids aren't the only people who have been the subject of Kanye's controversial messages. In other since deleted posts to X this week, the Yeezy founder made harmful accusations about his children and the Kardashians. Additionally, he shared alleged screenshots of text conversations with Kim, where the former couple argued over his release of a new song that featured North and Sean Diddy Combs, who is currently in jail awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges that he's pleaded not guilty to. In the messages, Kim allegedly wrote, sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. And calling for him to take down the song, she allegedly referenced that she had trademarked North's name, adding, I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. And
That both of them own it, or just Kim?
I think just her.
Which, I
Yeah.
mean, that's smart. I think she always kind of knew that he was going to fall off.
I know, and I feel like it's one of those situations where, like, she probably looks back now and it's just like, "Ugh, like, I was trying to maybe, like, make it work or trying to ignore it, but it was just gonna be inevitable anyways." So, I don't know, he just is a little bit off his rocker. So, I feel like I'm glad that Beyoncé's dad kind of, like, said something directly.
Yeah, because I don't even know for sure the mom was talking about.
I know, that reference is just I don't know. Like, what does that have to do with him?
And I just don't know. I feel like what is I don't even know what happened with the kids that he was talking about them.
I know it said that he made uh what did it say? What did how did they say? Because I think it was too much to say online, is
My
what I
God.
got. Oh, it said he referred to her and Jay-Z's 7-year-old twins using offensive epithets. I don't know what that is.
That's weird. I feel like the whole situation, anything involving Kanye is always just weird. Like his
Yeah.
whole thing where he was doing the church thing, that was weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
He still does that. But I feel like at some point they're probably going to have to get a judge.
I know somebody was like, "Oh my
Take
gosh, like the one person that needs to be under a conservative ship is the one person that's not." I'm like, for but yeah, not great stories this week. There wasn't much happening.
that. Okay. Let me get our hot topic from last week.
Yeah, I
Hold
forgot what it was.
on to. This week's hot topic is kind of random, but my dad like recently switched from apples to pears because he like was having like not feeling great when he was eating apples.
Mhm.
And he's like, they're like the same thing. And I tried pears. I'd never really eaten pears. We talked about in a previous episode. I didn't grow up with fruit.
Wait, you think apples and pears are the same thing?
It's like it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh, heck no.
It no.
They are
No,
so different.
I am not a fan of pears. I'll
I
try
love
again.
pears. I don't think that there's a single fruit that I don't like. I'm definitely a fruit girl. I love my fruit.
Like with
But
cottage cheese, maybe I'll try it again.
yeah, I love a pear. I just don't usually get them because I don't know why I don't usually get them. I just feel like maybe they're a little bit more pricier and I just feel like apples,
Texture's odd to me.
yeah, I feel like the apples stay crisp for a long time and I'm always worried about the pears going bad, but I should.
Also, I feel like pears are like you can make apple juice, you can make apple sauce, but like nobody makes pear sauce and
Yeah.
pear juice.
Yeah. I just
And
love like a mixed fruit bowl. Like the other day, I just like chopped up an apple, chopped up some strawberries, some blueberries, some raspberries, and I just like washed them and put them in a bowl just for like everybody to eat, like just have it out. And I just love a good fruit bowl.
Arkham and P definitely do. I'll have a berry here and then, I love like whipped cream on berries, but
Yeah.
not just gonna go eat a ton of fruit. I love apples with. I'll never just like get an apple and eat it like a horse. No.
Funny because when I was younger, and we would go, we would get, like the caramel apples. They'd always look so good, but I would always just like peel the caramel off and just eat the apple. And my mom would be like, "Did you just want the apple?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, then we could have just bought an apple. Like, we didn't have to get the caramel one." I'm like, "Yeah, I've always liked fruit, but yeah, I don't think they taste the same. Sorry, Rick. Get your taste buds checked."
Not close enough. Okay, not close enough. I just feel like pears are squishy, and the squishiness kind of grosses me out. That's my thing with bananas. I can do frozen bananas, and I can do it in a smoothie, but
I know you like struggle with texture stuff. I've like never struggled with texture stuff. But yeah, if you're like a texture person, then I could see that the pears are not going to go over the best.
so last week's hot topic was, do you wear green and have corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day?
What did they say?
No, but it was a yes.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I wore green at all, and we definitely didn't do anything for
We
St.
all
Patrick's.
wore greens, but um, I did make pesto. I did make pea pesto. That was great. But otherwise,
Yeah, we were very not in the St. Patrick's spirit this year.
I've
So,
really been craving, this is kind of off topic, but not really, like roasted, really good roasted potatoes with like roasted cauliflower and just like a ton of pesto on it. I love
yum.
it.
Yeah.
But
Bum.
I think that's it for this week. And look out for our bonus episode. It should be an interesting one.
I know. I'm hoping that it is. So keep your guys' eye out. And so we'll see you again sometime this week.
Probably Wednesday. I cannot believe March is already over. Like, are we
I know,
kidding?
seriously.
This pregnancy is really flying by. And I'm like, before I know it, like, I'm going to be delivering. What the heck?
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't
be crazy.
know.
All
We're
right,
trying.
guys. We will see you in the next one.
Bye,
Um,
guys.
I love ya.